Hello. Just trying to situate myself here. Um, this is becoming a bad habit. So, welcome back to my little chaos corner of podcasting. It's another weekday podcast just because my dad was here Saturday, and usually I record Sundays and try to upload straight away. We don't edit here. Um, sure, because I'm lazy, but that's how it is. I can't remember. I don't think I was doing anything Sunday. I was probably just relaxing, ignoring the world, something, watching TV. Um, I have been knitting, and I have actually been cutting a paper pattern. I am going to be sewing a project that I can't show you because it's a dress for someone else. It's for my good friend and co-worker Mareid for her wedding. It's not a wedding dress, it's a dress that she's wearing for her wedding. And, well, it's her big thing to reveal, so there'll be photos after the fact, but just know that I will be sewing again. Just won't be able to show you one of the projects. But yeah, I forgot how much skirt goes into a 3/4 circle skirt when you don't actually do it as a 3/4 circle skirt, but do it in pieces, if that makes sense. There's a lot of pattern pieces to cut out, let's just say that. But yeah, sew myself a sewing. And I will be sewing my own dress to wear to the wedding. I'll get back to that later in what I've been buying, because of course I've been buying things again, despite not making anything with it. That's how this whole hoarding things work, right? I am the hoarder of hoards. Well, fabric and yarn. People fear she's been buying fabric and yarn again. I have finished 2 things. One I'm wearing. And one is actually still drying. Because I decided, I don't know why, I got home late yesterday and decided that I was going to wash my other finished object, which is my palm. I was about to say palm tree. I of course mean palm tea by Line Holm Samsø, which I did out of Sandnesgarn Line, which is the original used for it. It is this year's peacock tea. And I'll get back to you next week on why I don't think it'll be as popular as the peacock tea, and what I think will take over dominance instead. Because I can predict these things. Anyway, that's still damp, so I thought, oh, there's no chance I'll have anything finished by next week. At least not for me. So, next time. Sorry. Hi! So I figured, okay, I'll show that next time. It'll be fine. I don't have to sit here and pretend like it's not damp and gross. So, my actual, sorry, my actual finished object this time, I don't know why I keep saying week, is this, which is my Jongleurs with the longer, slightly longer back. The Jongleurs is by, I think it's by Ilse Schillo, or one of those ladies, the design club designers. It was released by Filcolena, and I knit it out of Filcolena Avetta, which I don't think is the original yarn used. And I don't recommend neither the pattern I don't know. Do I recommend this finished object that I have? Well, I have decided to fold over the edge. This was finished with an I-cord like the pattern said, but it just kept being floppy, but not in a way that looked intentional. I don't know how you do intentional floppy, don't ask me. So I decided to just fold it over and sew it to the inside, which I only did today, so that part hasn't been washed. Might change, might not, don't really care. You're supposed to have an I-cord up here. I don't think the I-cord would look good. I might sew an elastic thread through here. Right now I don't have anything to edge this, so I sometimes pull it up to cover my bra strap. Other times I don't notice. Not a big deal. I wear a bra. You might see a bra strap. I can move my sleeve. Away it goes. I actually do like the I-cord hem. I mean, I don't know how you were supposed to finish this in any other way. It would just look floppy. This way it's just floppy with an edge. So yeah. Not an enjoyable knit either. Do you like anything about this? I like wearing it. It's a nice, airy, soft top. That's about all I can say. So, don't do what I did. Don't just jump into knitting a pattern without seeing what other people are saying about it. So yeah, don't recommend the pattern. Quite like the finished object. 2.5mm needles. Well, 2.5 is probably what I should have used. 3 is what I did use. And it weighs in at 290 grams. So it's very light, like I said. Very easy to memorize pattern. Kind of boring. I never got to that potato chip knitting that's sometimes fun. Well, sometimes fun. It's always fun, but you know, the rounds were just too long. It was never, I'll just do another round. It was more like, oh god, when will this round end? But it did end. Here we are. So a nice summer top for the slightly chillier days. I tend to run hot, so I wouldn't be wearing this on a hot day, but on a day like today where it's partly cloudy, there's a bit of wind, perfection. I also finished my Ponzi, which you'll see next time. And I've been working on the Seaside Baby Pants by Petite Knit, which is also out of Aveta by Filcolena. I don't have an obsession, it's great for baby knits because you can just throw it in the washer. I think I called this the beach side set or beach set from last time. It's the seaside set. So it comes with a top, which I haven't knit. I think it has stripes. And then these little pants. And last time I was way up here somewhere, from what I remember. Someone stupidly forgot to put in, well, no, someone took out the marker that was around here somewhere. This is the back, so it has short rows to make it slightly roomier in the back. This is the 4 to 6 month size, and as you can see, I've finished the actual body part, and I am knitting on the first leg, and have made decent progress. I am almost halfway before the ribbing, I think. So yeah, enjoyable knit. I have been using this as my meeting knitting and my commute knitting because it's just round and round. 3mm needles, no fuss, no nothing. I do have these to show, well, this is where the leg starts and then the decreases. So, not a whole lot to say. Fun little knit. It'll soon be done. I'm sure it'll be done by next time. And then I need to, this is a fold over hem. The pattern calls for elastic. Not sure about that. Instead, I think I'll still be sewing down this fold over, but I have added 2 little eyelets here. And I am planning on making an eye cord long enough that I can, well, not me, I'm not the one dressing a baby, but so the parents can tighten it with eye cord as much as needed. And as you all know, this is my little commute bag. Okay. The final thing you've seen me knitting on, which I didn't show you last time, lives in this. And yes, the box itself is appropriate for the knitting, or the colors of the knitting, because this is my sea glass tea inspired jumper. The actual pattern I'm using is Friday Tea by Petite Knit, only I've been omitting the broken rib pattern, so, but I still have these that aren't really that noticeable, but like stripes that go down between sleeves and the body. I'm currently working on these 2 colors, and I also have in the back, I have short rows, so that's why there's a chunk that's the same 2 colors. I knit about from there to here these past 2 weeks, and it's a lot of fun. Basically what I've decided, I'm using remnants, So what I've decided is I have a colored group, so that contains these two and this green and blue and another blue, some more sparkly blue, and then I have the whites, which have a couple of leftovers and has this fun sparkly number and this speckled and this, which I'm really loving, this, seeing this play up with the blues. And yeah, so I always have my number one thread, which is the colored one, so right now it's this one, and then my number two thread, which is my white thread or yarn, which is this little nugget here. Right now I keep changing them out, just randomly grabbing something, because I keep changing each of them every 2 rows, and I do it on alternate rows. So I don't have the sea glass pattern, that's why I say this is inspired by it, and it is simply a 1-1 that is shifted. So very easy. I only have to remember when to do the increases, what color to shift out, which, I mean, it gets pretty obvious because there's always, the last one I changed out will always be loose on the last stitch of the round. I am not 100% certain this will actually fit me. Well, I think it will. It fits over my head. This here is quite floppy compared to how firm the rest is. So I'm toying with the idea, and this will be after I finish it because I think it needs to be finished and washed and everything. So I'm toying with the idea of maybe just folding it over so it's just this tiny little rib section, which is what I'm most likely to do, or fold it over completely so it's just this edge, which I think would also look, I mean, would look okay. I think right now it's just too floppy. Again, that might change in wash. If it is too tight, which, as I said, I'm fearing but not really expecting, I guess Charlotte is getting a too big T. For her it would be too big, but I know she enjoys these colors as well. And I should have more than enough yarn here. My plan is to finish knitting the body, as it is this, I don't care about matching the sleeves to the body. I do care about matching both sleeves to each other, so I'll attempt to do that, which shouldn't be too difficult, but it is such, because I'm randomly changing the yarns, it would be such a mental pain to try to figure out, okay, I have to keep this much yarn left for the sleeves at this point, at this point, at this point. I'm just going to go with random and hope it works and doesn't look too bad. So, Sea Glass Tea inspired. The Sea Glass Tea is by Wool and Pine. I do think they have a free hat pattern in the Sea Glass family. If you want to, I mean, you can easily tell that this is just knit one with color 1, knit one with color 2. On the next you reverse them. And yeah, my base is the Friday Tee by Petite Knit. I have knit that before for me, for babies, for a teddy. But it's one of these uncomplicated but still a bit fun, because it's sort of random but it's not totally random, because I suck at being totally random, and totally random also means that you could pick the same color 3 times in a row. I have been toying with the notion of labeling my different colors and just throwing a dice to pick my next color. But for now I just sort of reach in and pick it up. Oh, and this color will also be the... See, this is why I need to just fold it in half instead of hiding it, mostly hiding it if I choose to do anything. Because this color will also be the cuff on the sleeves and it'll be the hem. So I'm reserving that color for those things. And surprisingly, I do have other bluish yarns and white-ish yarns if I choose to, or if I run out. And I have a new cast on, because I did cast off 2 things, and I do plan on casting on a Magnolia Bloom Light by Camilla Bell, also in Sandsgarn Lean. In black, as a replacement for being done with the Pansy. I just haven't yet. But my replacement for this is a Jessie made pattern. It is not at all like the patterns she has made, because this is called Hello My Colors Crop, and in that I think she uses a base color and 4, pretty sure it's 4 contrast colors, might be 5. And I got inspired by a different project on Ravelry, where she used, I think she actually used 4 contrast colors, but 2 of them, this mustardy color, were very similar. So what I've done is I am knitting this out of Esther by Pamine, and the white is my main color. So it has short rows gaping in the back of the neck. It's supposed to have a rolled hem. I do not like the look of a rolled hem. Again, should have thought about it before doing this, because a rolled hem and an I-cord edge looks very similar. So I've just done 1 by 1 ribbing, and I cast on the final number of stitches you're supposed to have after the rolled edge. And if you're hearing sounds, it's coming from outside, where I think my neighbor has someone visiting. It is summer. It's Danish summer, but it's summer, so they can probably hear me too, with open windows and being outside. Anyway, I have started my color work, and so Ester is a cotton wool blend, so it needs a good wash before anything. But here, that was supposed to be 2 colors, but I just have a completely mustard section, and these are actually all my colors. So right now I have the dark blue broken up by the white main color. So yeah, this will be my most featured color, and then you'll have the dark and light blue somewhere in there, because these are sort of my colors, and instead of trying to find a 4th color that I thought worked with it, wouldn't be disturb it too much. I mean, I did buy a red and considered putting that in, but it wasn't what I wanted, and so yeah, I like mustard. Why not have a lot of mustard in this? I didn't want the blues to dominate, because either I would have both of them dominate, and yeah, there are actually only 4 colors in this besides the, so it's like, which one do I let dominate? Do I let both of them sort of share? And really, it's a summer top, so don't want it to be too dark blue, and then it would be very light blue, and the mustard would sort of look like the odd one out. This way, I think it's more harmonious like this. So yeah, using up, I bought it for this. Now, in the pattern you only have to buy for this size and with this amount of meterage. I only needed 1 skein of each. I will probably need to purchase another skein of the mustard. That's okay. I can easily get hold of that. I don't know if I'll need more of the white. I have 3 skeins of this. Might need a 4th, who knows. Again, I can easily get more of this. And it is a nice yarn for summer, because of the cotton content. And that is all my knitting. Now, did I have some purchases, and one of them is yarn, because a local yarn dyer, who is now also going to be selling at Stephen and Penelope in Amsterdam, is Suslova, and she was selling her Merino DK at a discount, and then she discounted it even more. So I bought 6 skeins. Did I buy 6 skeins? I mean, I have 6 skeins. I thought I only bought 5. Must have bought 6. Anyway, it was really discounted. And this colorway is Indigo Dreams, and I mean, hello. Is this a me color or what? A semi-solid blue with some light parts. Do you know what this will be? No, of course not. It smells slightly sheepy. It is a merino, so it's very soft, and it's a DK, so it's a fat soft. We like fat soft. Sorry. But it was so, for a hand-dyed yarn of this quality, it was so cheap. So I had to buy it, because I really like this color. I feel like I'm huffing on this. I mean, yeah. And she always includes, I say always, from her stories I know she always includes chocolate. And I love white chocolate, but, and yes, it is branded for her, but it's white chocolate with licorice. I don't like licorice. I already promised this to Maid. So that's my Yarny purchase, and like I said, I'm going to a wedding, and I need a new dress for the wedding. And I have been looking at this. It is meat milk fabric. It's so wrinkly because I washed it and then just quickly threw it together. Because I'm waiting to make this until I've made the dress for Maid. It is a, look, it's a semi-sheer, and I will probably fully line the bodice. Don't know if I have to, but I think I will just to make sure. The skirt, I know what pattern I'm doing. I'm doing the Sew Over It Betsy. Yeah, the Sew Over It Betsy, which is a classic tea dress. So it's a high square front, sleeveless. It's a V back, and it has a very full skirt. It's a circle skirt from what I remember. And this draped over itself. I mean, singular, draped, fine, in my mind. And I've seen photos of others wearing what is very obviously not a lined piece, and it looks fine. Again, I'm pretty sure it would be fine for the bodice if it wasn't lined. I might make the decision when I start sewing it. But I'm doing the variation. There's a variation pack for the Betsy dress, and it has a V-neck in the front as well, which is what I'm doing. Because I just feel like it looks better on me with a V-neck. Because hello, it sort of breaks up this area, so I'm busty, I'm not just bust. And I think you also get sleeves in it, but I'm keeping it sleeveless because I'd rather, and here's what I'm thinking, I'd rather knit myself. The wedding is in August. I am completely and utterly mad. I'd rather knit myself a cropped red long sleeve cardigan to wear over it rather than add sleeves to the dress, because again I run hot. So yeah, wasn't the cheapest fabric to get, wasn't the most expensive. It's for a wedding, and I really like this, and I really like the pattern, and I'll be so cute with a red cardigan and red shoes and red lips and green nails. Definitely not red nails. I purchased another fabric while we were Looking at fabric for Marie's dress, which was very painless, actually, and I found this 75% cotton, 25% linen, really soft fabric, which has peacocks and a zebra and a toucan. It's a jungle out there, pretty flowers. I just had to have it. I didn't know. It sort of screams shirt dress at me. Something with a collar, like a classic jean or denim shirt dress, only with this fabric. And it was so cheap. I mean, I had just purchased the other one, which I think this was half the price. Not completely sure, but the thing about that. So I purchased 5 meters, and it is a 140 centimeter wide. Look at that zebra fabric, so it'll be plenty, and it's really, really soft and nice, and it'll be so nice for summer in this fabric. And I really want to start sewing it now. Probably doing Rosa Tilly on the buttons, even though I am still annoyed that she thinks that plus sizes weren't her thing. I don't know if that has changed. I'm not keeping up with that. I do have the Rosa pattern. It's too small for me. I have sized it up before to make a shirt breast that I love. I love the princess seam. I love everything about it, not the size and the altitude. Again, could have changed. But yeah, that is everything for this time. I am probably going to knit a bit on this because it is sort of mindless. It's just raglan increases, and yeah, I think after working and doing the podcast, I need a bit of mindless. I did work from home, so didn't get up that early. But yeah, I hope you have a great time, and I'll see you in about 2 weeks, I think. Yeah, in about 2 weeks, and I hope you have a great week. Bye.